Regan Slaymaker for Notjustboxing, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith. Adam, press conference for the rematch between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. I mean, another massive fight for UK boxing. It's huge, isn't it?
Huge fight, July the 19th. On form, really, the two best heavyweights in the world. Alexander Usyk, I think, pound for pound king after what he's done with AJ and with Fury a couple of times, and Daniel Dubois again after what he did against Anthony Joshua at Wembley here last September, in the form of his life. So yeah, Joe Parker might be a little bit upset, but he misses out. But yeah, it's IBF champion with Daniel Dubois on home soil against the master, the mercurial wizard from the Ukraine, who really has a huge fan base here. He's British loved as well. Alexander, wonderful guy, and can't wait for the fight. It's fantastic. It's a great summer showdown, and it's brilliant that they've made it and put it together for the undisputed title, the first time ever undisputed heavyweight title in this country.
Definitely. Is this a different fight than it was in 2023?
Very much so. Very, very different. I think that both of them have got better. I think Usyk has got. He's just the heavyweight slayer as well as the cruiserweight king, right? He's a very, very good fighter in a rematch too. So I think Usyk's improved. I don't think there's. I think he's improved even at 38. I think he looks better and better, which is amazing. And I think Daniel Dubois is a totally different human being to the man he was 2 years ago. He was a young man, and now he's a mature man who believes in himself psychologically, having gone through Baby Miller, stopping him at the end, undefeated at the time. So too Filip Hrgović, taking those lumps and bumps in the first 2 or 3 rounds. I thought that was really his real come-through night. And then obviously the AJ destruction that few picked, certainly the manner of victory last September. So yeah, both are in the form of their lives. I would have liked to have seen Daniel have that fight in February. So I think he might be just a little out of ring rounds, and I think that might be an issue come July 19th for him. But saying that, he's 27, he's 11 years younger, and he'll never have a better chance to try and topple Usyk. But yeah, Usyk fighting in December is probably a little bit more advantageous. Yeah, but he's 38 and a half come July, and Daniel's 27, and he believes in himself, and the whole team believe he wins by knockout. I think the psychological warfare's obviously started. George Fox, Don Charles. I think a little bit much, the low blow, it's like disrespect. I thought, this guy is the pound for pound king, and he's going for a third undisputed. He's a living legend. But they're trying everything to get at him, and that's what teams do. And Don and George are great guys, and they're obviously just tried to rattle his cage. They did it at the TalkSport studios. They've done it here again. He got frustrated. Usyk, he just probably got. He wanted to get out of here, and fair enough. He wants to get back to Gandia, back to his training HQ, and get on with it. But he's going to be a tough man to beat in any ring.
He definitely is as well. I know you're pushed for time, Adam. So final two from me. I mean, I've just said to you off camera, Benn Eubank on the weekend, but I think one of your finest pieces of commentary with Senior coming out of the lift with Junior. I mean, talk to me. What were you feeling? We'll talk about the fight in a minute, but what were you feeling during that moment?
It was just a massive shock. It was a real surprise. So Darren Barry and I were as stunned as everybody else. And I think you saw the fan reaction. It was just one of those wow moments, wasn't it? Absolutely phenomenal that he turned up. It made the story complete. And the awesome foursome were there. And what a fight we got. It was a thunderous battle. Better than anything I could imagine them dishing up. After all the hype, I thought we'd get something, but I didn't think we'd get that. The bravery and courage that the boys showed with their dads at ringside, it was one of the best events I've ever been to, and one for the ages.
Definitely. I've just been tapped. I think I've got one more question with you.
I could sit here all day and chat.
I could chat to you all day as well.
Sorry, but I have to go.
No problem. Would you want to see? Do you want to see that again? I know it's probably an easy question after the fight, but obviously with the weight and things like that, would you want to see it again?
I think the public want to see it again. Obviously, we all do, but we've got to also look at the boys and that they've A, had a rest, and B, what about the weights? Is it one maybe you could do slightly higher at 162, 163? So Chris hasn't got to boil down quite as much, but is that fair on Conor? And Conor probably wants to come back down. Nigel said to me afterwards he'd rather have the rematch and then Conor goes back down in weight. I think not sure Kell, after when he came up and fought Golovkin, it was tough to get back down to welterweight. So I don't know, there's a lot of thinking to be done, but do we want a rematch? Would we want to see that again? Of course. But we've got to think of the fighters too. So it's one that I think yes in one way, and in another way I'd like to sit down with them both again and see how they're feeling about things. But yeah, I mean it's a fight we'd love to see again, of course.
Definitely, it was a British classic. Adam, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Adam. Thank you.